Yes, I saw your messages. Can you hear me? Is it working? I'm really sorry. This is my first time doing this, and it looks like Blender made it crash. I'm going to share the link in the... Yes, I saw your messages. Okay. I have a double sound. Can you hear me? I think you should, since I heard myself. I'm going to reopen what I just had. I won't show this this Blender scene in cycles again. Okay, so we're back. I think so. Hello, Vadan. The previous screen just crashed, so we're back. I just finished showing around the map inside the game, and now I'm going to show more stuff inside Blender. As I was explaining, there's a reason why I'm using old version of Blender, but I won't explain it again unless you really want to. But... So yes, this is the room I created recently, and something funny I'm going to show you is that in Kingsglaive, for some reason, this room, the conference room, this one, in Kingsglaive is actually on the other side, in the front room. I really don't know why. I don't know what was the intended layout, but wait, will I have problems if I show some clips from Kingsglaive, you think? Like, will I get some copyright strike or something? If it's just images? I don't know. Wait, what do you mean, Spidey? Is a new version compared to what? Oh, yeah, I mean, this is the scene in Unreal, which is more up to date compared to the version inside the game. But I'm not sure really what you're asking exactly. So yes, here you can see what I was talking about, which is pretty funny and strange. But this is the conference. This is the hall of the Citadel, and as you can see, this is the entrance of the conference room. No, I'm not going to stream Kingsglaive in its entirety, but this is the entrance of the conference room, and it's on the so it is on the right side, but it's using the yeah, it's really strange. Like, you can see this is from the same angle with the same stone and the sand, but in the movie it's inverted. It's on the other side. It's really strange. I don't know why. And like, yeah, you can see the exact same painting on the wall and the ceiling and everything, but it's inverted in the movie compared to the game. I don't know why. And it's not just inverted. It's like here, this. So this is inverted and it's here, but in the game it's used for the entrance of the front room. While in Kingsglaive, I'm going to at least remove the sounds. In Kingsglaive, it's the entrance of the conference room. Like here, you can see Regis walking toward the conference room, and you can see that it's the painting that we can see here. So it's really, I'm not sure what's going on. It's all inverted. It's all really strange. So like, it's here, but yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. Yeah, unless they just mirrored the image, I don't know. But so yeah, the conference room is using this entrance in the movie. You can see the painting on the other side, and here you can see the famous. Maybe they just did. For the sake of that scene. Crash through the window? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No, it's not because of the window, because I'm going to show you more stuff. I'm going to just keep to not get some copyright strikes. I don't want to play the movie. But another funny thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right, Vadon. There must have been different layouts, and they never really decided on what they wanted to do. I'm searching for the scene where the soldiers crash through the glass. Okay, here. As you can see here, so they are jumping, and they are going to crash around here. And another thing is that, so they are going to crash. Just let me unhide everything. They are going to crash around. Sorry, Blender is a little slow. They are going to crash around here. But as you can see, it doesn't really... Yeah, I didn't think we would look at it that hard. But like, you can see here, they're going to crash, so around here. But it doesn't make sense because this, there is nothing like this in the exterior. Like, no matter which side you are looking at, so it's just two completely different scenes, and it's not very consistent. Like, there's just nothing that looks like this in the exterior. They just have different scenes separately, without considering the shape of the actual building, I think. And here, like you can see, here is it's the front room, while in the movie, it's the conference room that's here. So I really don't know where the throne room is in the movie. I guess it's here on the other side, unless they just didn't really decide on what to do with it. So yeah, that's some of the weird stuff. That window leaked to the... What you mean? That window leak to the conference? I mean, it doesn't. It should, but as you can see, it doesn't, because it doesn't. There is nothing that looks like this on the outside part. Maybe this, but I'm not really sure. I don't think it looks anything similar. So yeah, I don't know. It's just two completely different scenes, and it's not very consistent with how it looks. Because what I plan to do with my version of this is that, wait, give me 1 second. One problem I have is that I would really like to have this for the exterior, like with transparent window and a view on the other side. But one problem I have is that since all the layout isn't consistent and doesn't really make sense in the architecture, if I go through the window, you can see that we're actually inside the building, since it wasn't designed to be consistent. So I made this little terrace balcony here, and what I'm going to do is that I'm going to try to make that all this, like all this stuff, it just gets hidden, unloaded once you're inside the citadel. And so I added this little balcony for immersion, and you will be here. And yeah, Sora. You know why I have Sora here? It's just for to have a sense of scale with the game, to really know what scale I'm working with. Just be sure of the scale. So yeah, I added this little balcony for consistency, immersion, and so yeah, you won't be able to see that it's just empty void under it, because if there wasn't this balcony, you could see that there's a hole since we're inside the building. So with this balcony, it will work pretty well, and I'm going to try to hide But it's pretty complicated because I really have to try to unload everything that's outside while we're inside. You think the blame for the difference lay with the movie or the game team? Surely. I don't know. I really don't know. I would say that Kingsglaive is probably more accurate to what was originally designed because it came before the game and they probably made all the assets in high resolution for the movie and then ported them to the game. So maybe they just changed the design for some stuff they wanted to do in the game, maybe for the sake of optimization. I really don't know. I know that in the final game there is a hole here, so I had to recreate this side of the. I mean, I basically just mirror this in this, but I had to repair, let's say, the hole that was here in the end of the game, and you're supposed to be able to warp from here to around here in the final game. So maybe there's a reason like this. I really don't know why they changed the design. But so yeah, so as you can see, since all the exterior of the building isn't made to have transparent window, except here, like you can see in the game, this here works pretty well. But for all the rest, it wasn't designed to be consistent and visible through the window. So I have to find some tricks to hide the exterior and just either I make windows not transparent or I have to find some tricks to hide the exterior once we're in the interior. Like this is something I started doing here because I think it would be pretty cool if these windows here were transparent. Like, I think it would be nice, but one big problem, is that it wasn't designed for this. Like, as you can see here, there is nothing that looks like these windows. So I'm going to try to hide all of this to like make it disappear. Once we're loaded inside the interior. And I also made a little, very little balcony here. In the original, it was like this plane here was like extending. It was like something like this, you see? Like it was just because they didn't care about it going through the wall, so it was just going. So I cut it to take the shape of a building. Then I added this little balcony. I added some statues like this, and to make it like look like this from the inside. And I think it could be pretty convincing to fake some exterior. But the problem with doing this is that you can see that we are not at the right place. Like if we look here, we can see that there is a hole here, and we can see this here. We can see through everything. So I'm really not sure how I'm going to do this. It's really like one big puzzle, and I think I shouldn't even try to do this. But I think it would be really cool if we could see the exterior from here. I think it would be nice. But I'm not sure how to make it look convincing, because from here you can see that we're not really at the right place. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. I'm sorry if this is confusing. And once again, I'm sorry for my accent. Wait, they smashed the window in the movie? I can understand it being smashed for a version. What do you mean by smash? Because you mean this window? But this place doesn't exist in the game. If you mean this window, I had to recreate this room. Like this room doesn't exist in the game. I recreated from scratch. It's only in the movie and in versus 13 trailers. I'm not really sure if that's what you were asking. And I really hope what all of everything I'm seeing. I hope it's not too confusing. But yeah, you can see how some of this stuff is really like one big puzzle, trying to make everything looks good from all perspective, and the more freedom you give to the players, and the more things you have to try fixing and making good. I think they mean just the general area. Which area? Which one? I'm not sure which area you're talking about. Also, as you can see, another problem is that when I added the conference room, this room, like it's clipping through everything. Like the ceiling from the outside is clipping in the inside. The inside is clipping outside. So yeah, I will have to find ways to make this unload when we're outside, and all of this unloads when we're inside. Stuff like this. Apparently, it's not too hard to do, but I just haven't messed with it yet. So it's stuff I still have to figure out. Yeah. But really, the worst puzzling thing is really these windows. Because they really let you, like, you can see all the inside from here, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. And it might be too time consuming to make it convincing, so I'm not sure. I will try, but it's just that I really think it would look nice, because from here, if this was, oops, sorry, collision problem. If this was transparent, we could see Kaelamvia from here, the versus 13 hotel room. Like, if you see, we could see all of this from here, and I think it would be really cool. It would make it more immersive, I think, to see all of this from the inside. It will also let some light enter, which would be nice. So yeah. Do you have any questions about any other stuff? Because before I move to something else. Here is the elevator to go back to the bottom. There, in line. Like, as you can see, the other is here. I don't have teleports yet, but up. The other one is here. And you will go to here. And here you have the interior with the accessible second floor. I brought back all the details and items from the run version at the end of Final Fantasy XV, because all of the inside isn't in episode Ardyn, since you don't go there in episode Ardyn. So I really had to mix different versions of Insomnia together to try to make them consistent and aligned and connected properly. Oh, that just reminds me that I actually removed the music. I'm going to add a little bit of music. You should make a broken elevator shaft. Ah! So you want to dive like, wow. Yeah, but no, but... Oh, so yeah, with the interior. Because if you dive like I just did, you can see all of the inside of it. But yeah, I get what you mean. But I mean, you can dive from the outside, so like, is that room in your map? And if it is, are there any plans to add in this? Which room are you talking? Is that room in your map? Is both strange and not strange at all? Why this room just don't like that? Yeah, I know more, but yeah, I know, but for my project, it's very annoying because I have to try to find ways to align everything and make it make sense, and it's very complicated. But yeah, which room were you talking about, Spidey? Is that room in your map? But yeah, you see, Vadan, you can just dive from here, and here you have a pretty big dive. I think I added some. I don't know if it's still there in this build, but I added a warp on the top of this on this crane here. Hello, Lamb. No, what? I wonder if that area is. Wait, but which area are you all talking about? Like Spidey and Heartless? Which room? Which area? Yeah, I still have a warp here. The training room we get into? Wait, did you talk about it? Because I didn't see. Oh, okay, I didn't see your message just above. I do have one question. I remember in 15, if you're not familiar with the combat, then you have the option to train with Gladio. No, I don't have this room in the... Is this something that people want? I could probably try to add this if I can find the... If I can find the assets inside the game. Maybe I can hide it. I don't know where it's supposed to be. But it's doable, I guess. Okay, you see this texture here? Yeah, I know, Atlas. I understand now. I just missed a message, so I didn't know. So this texture here, this brown texture, it's what they used for the green park behind the citadel. This. So I just deleted all this and I tried to make something 3D out of it, so it would look better. I can't walk from here, it's too far. So yeah, all of this is out of bounds. Like I said, the map will probably stop around... around here. Like... around this road, this highway. This will probably mark the end of the unintended map, I would say. I think I will, if I can, I will probably add some barrier, like the invisible wall or barrier, but I will let the player have some option to turn it off if they want to explore all the out of bounds outside of it. On adding cars and NPC quoi? I can see the... And there are some NPCs, but they are very basic for now. I would really love to have cars, because I really want for the map to feel more alive, more animated, but it's complicated. It's really complicated. I'm going to show you some NPC. There aren't a lot yet. There were mostly there for testing purpose, but yeah, here you can see some NPCs, but the problem is that they are really static. I haven't figured out how to make them have some animation and different... I can't even make them walk around, which is really problematic. I would really love for it to be really full of people and vehicles and a living city, because we've never been able to visit Insomnia in its glory, like a living city with people, and this is really something I would like. Having it in daytime like this is already pretty fantastic for me, because I'm tired of only seeing the destroy ruined version of the map. So having it daylight, not destroyed, is really great. But it will be nice if we could have different NPCs walking around and stuff. But for now, I only managed thanks to Aprodictus. Thanks to him, I was able to add some NPC in the map. But no one figured out how to make them have different animation and make them walk around. Will you at one point come back to work? Spidey, it depends what you mean. Like up to where? Because I can improve some low resolution stuff, but I can't do it for the whole city of Insomnia. That's like, because it's not just replacing buildings. You have to make it that everything makes sense. You have to make new roads, new layout, new places that make sense, that connect properly. Like, if you go here, okay, even if I were to replace all of these with higher resolution buildings, it still wouldn't make much sense, because here you can see that like it doesn't look good enough to be playable. Like, I can go here and you see this road, like this road doesn't make sense, for example. Like it's just going inside the cliff, inside the mountain. So it depends on which scale on what scale you are talking about. Like, I can improve stuff, but up to where? Because like we can go really far. Like we can go up to, we can go at the very end of it. But like, imagine, like, I have to make streets and I have to make new layouts and I have to. It's like, I think at this point you would need a whole team working full time on the. You need a whole team working full time on the project. Like, it's basically like making a new game at this point. Like, you can see the huge scale of Insomnia, and I can't really. This is too much. So it really depends on what scale you are talking about. I'm going to reload it because I'm too far now. This, as a concept, looks to me it connects to the rest of the city. Yeah, most of it is just really designed as background that you're not supposed to be able to explore. It's really just a low resolution background. I think the place that looks the best in the map at night is the one at the end of the streets. And like, yeah, Spidey, you are talking about rain. This is why I added this. I added some wet effect on some of the materials. I also added normal maps to make have the texture have some depth in them. And like you said, I would like to have some subtle rain effect, like a gentle little rain. So, but I don't know how. So I will keep looking into it. I also added some volumetric lighting, like here, but I think it's pretty demanding, so if I were to add this on all the lights in the city, I think it would quite tank the performances, so I'm not really sure what I will do with this. It would be nice to have it as an optional option, but I don't know if it's possible. So yeah, I think this place is the one that looks the best at night. I think it looks really good. It's based on episode Ardyn. It's episode Ardyn mixed with some stuff from the ruined version of Insomnia at the end of the base game, because, for example, the interior of the citadel doesn't exist in episode Ardyn, so you have to mix things. And some stuff I added myself, like what's beyond the citadel and Kaelam via the Versus 13 tower and stuff like this. It's mostly based on episode Ardyn with some added stuff. I've seen some games just have volatility cloud of. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if this is possible in Unreal Engine, maybe. I would have to look into this. Like here you can see all the volumetric lighting. It really makes a difference, I think. Like you can really see some fog and volumetric lighting. But if I add it everywhere, I think it will really tank the performances. So I have to be careful. I'm not sure how I will handle this, but yeah. Okay, maybe we will go back to Blender a little bit. There is something I could show you about a possible new area, but please... Oh, Kingdom Hearts crashed. The game just crashed. How long has this mod been in development? I started it in around February, I think, yeah. I started thinking about it in January, and I started the very few first things on it in February. Ultimate goal for this mod? The ultimate, if I really didn't have any limitation, if I could do everything I want, it would be to have everything I showed explorable, which already is, but more polished and in better quality. But also, I would really love to have, even if it's short, even if it's like 1 hour top, but some story mode would be really great. Like you get to Insomnia, you get greeted by Stella. She takes you to the Citadel. She presents you to Noctis. You go to KLM Via. There is the invasion of Insomnia. You play for the invasion with Stella and Noctis in your team. You against the Niflheim army. This would really be fantastic. Like to play the events from the trailers inside the game would be fantastic. But I think it's too much work, and I don't even have the knowledge to program such stuff, to script some stuff like this. So I think what it will be, realistically, if I can do a story mode and all, I think what it will be in the end is the map I just showed, but as polished as possible, accessible without the use of a console, because as you could see before, I used the console to type in a load game map Insomnia. I want the world to be accessible directly through the game. Like you take your gummy ship and you go to the world of Insomnia and you can land in Insomnia. And I would like to have some... I mean, this is possible, so I will do it, but have some scripted battles in some places of the city. Maybe battle gates, if I can do it. And maybe a few secrets here and there, like a chest, some collectible to find. Working save points, things like this. But yeah, I think that's about it. Because realistically, I think that's... Working on this alone by myself, realistically, I think this is the top I can do. Because more than this is like... I've been already working on this for several months, and it's just the environment so far. So, yeah, I don't know. Realistically, what I just said is what probably will be of the mod. Like the world accessible in the game as something that looks legit, looks good, with playable, with scripted battles, like some enemies spawning in some places of the city. You will be able to switch between night version and day version using a save point, like in San Francisco. Yeah, things like this. Really a great looking explorable world that feels and looks like an official world, or as official as it can be. And with a few things to do, but sadly I won't be able to make like a full story campaign and all of this. It's too much work. It's too much work, and I don't really know if it's possible. Like, I don't know people who really made custom cutscenes and custom missions, and it's probably possible if you know how to do it, but I don't have the experience for this yet. Okay, I will take some time to read some of your questions. Oh, and if you do add that light rain you were talking about earlier for the night time, I mean, will you make it? I really don't know. Spidey. I already don't know if I can make a rain. So about raindrops, but I'm not really a fan of raindrop on the screen, honestly. On the floor it's fine, but on the floor I think it's too, like you said, it's too distracting. I usually don't like post-process effects like this. I'm going to open the game again. No, I'm going to open Unreal Engine to show you some stuff in Unreal. Yeah, yes, Spidey, I know it's possible. I'm going to try to do it myself. That's the challenge. But I know it's possible, so that's among the things I want to do. Sorry, Unreal is taking quite a long time to load. Give me a few seconds. In the meantime, if you have other questions... I'm looking for something... Oh, Unreal just opened. This will take forever to open, so beware. And at least I will be able to show you the lighting you wanted to see. One place I could show you, but please don't get too excited because it's not really sure that I will do it. It's just I thought about it, but it really involves a lot of work. But still, I'm going to show it to you. Where is it? Wait, I'm going to hide the screen because I don't want to get a copyright by showing a strike or something by showing too much of the movie. And once I found the screen, okay, it's on here. Yeah, okay, I found it. Okay, so you see this place? When you spoke about the daytime and the nighttime, will we also have the option to see? Yes, I have a sunset version. If it looks good, I will add it. But for now, I'm not really convinced by it. Some places of Insomnia looks good, some other not so much. So I'm not sure. But if I end up having a good-looking version of Sunset, yeah, for sure, I will add it into the map. I also think, if possible, I will make different versions loadable through the save point, like one version with enemies and one version without enemies. So if you want to just walk around, explore and chill, you will be able to do it without being harassed by enemies constantly. And if you want enemies, you will be able to load the version with enemies. I'm not sure how I will do this, but I think that would be nice. So yeah, this is what you're supposed to see. Wait a second, Insomnia is still loading. It's really long to load the map inside Unreal. So I'm just going to show you something else. And my PC probably won't like it because I have Blender and Unreal and the stream all going on at the same time. So yes, like I said, don't be too excited because it's not sure. It's really not sure this will make it into the mod, but I'm still showing you because we're talking about Insomnia. But yeah, this place from the movie, this is what's behind the train station I showed you earlier, the end of the map. It's the other side of it. We can see it in Kingsglaive. And obviously, I tried to see what was possible because I keep expanding it forever and forever. And by using the version of you know, in Final Fantasy XV Royal Edition, there is a new version of Insomnia, expanded, it's larger. And in Out of Bounds, I was able to restore some assets that you can't explore in the game, but there are some Out of Bounds assets, low resolution stuff. I was able to collect them extract them, and I tried to clean the area to get rid of all the destroyed buildings and such, and I have this. So it's a base to possibly work on, but it really involves a lot of work to make it look good. We saw this, I think it was young Xaner trailer. A lot of things for doing it. Don't worry, Spidey, you really deserve this trailer. Thank you for all your... thank you really, Spidey, for all your support. It's really incredible. I never thought someone would do something like this, so really thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. And this trailer was really a way to thank you. So yeah, this is the... I'm sorry if it's really laggy, I have a Blender loading, Unreal loading at the same time. But yeah, as you can see, this is the train station area. This is everything that's behind it. You can see some streets. Some assets never used, like this. This is not used anywhere else in the game. This is pretty cool. But originally there was like a lot of debris and destroyed buildings and everything, so I had to get rid of all of this to clean it, repair some stuff. We never got to exploit. No, you can go here you can go like, I don't remember where it is, but like around here, or maybe here, I don't remember. I think it's here. Yeah, this is the in Royal Edition, you can play around here, I think. And here there are some collapsed building, so you can go on the other side. You can go here, but you can slightly see what's here out of bounds. It is used, but it's out of bounds, and you can't really see it. You can only see it if you use like the flying mode, some cheats, some stuff like this. And obviously Blender isn't responding. I'm sorry. Is that under the train station? What is that? Here, possibly. Yeah, this is the I think I saw what you mean, yeah. If we're talking about the same place, then yes, probably. Even if you decide to turn into... I'm not sure what you mean, Spidey. This looks huge, even if you decide to not add it into the map, won't making it... Oh yeah, if I do decide... No? If I do decide to add it inside my map, yes, it will be very hard. That's the problem. I'm going to show you, but that's the... Still not loaded. You can see how long it takes to load Insomnia inside. Hello, Blight. So yeah, this is some of the remains of this area I was able to save, to salvage, I would say. You can see some space here, you can see other location. And this would, obviously, this would be good to have in the map, but I will show you how complicated it is to... And the other thing is that even if I manage to like connect this to my existing map, that would be here, this is really just a rough base, because it really doesn't look good enough to be playable. Like as you can see, this I have to rework all of this. Like this doesn't make sense. Here there's a hole. You have to really rebuild everything. Like here you have a road, but the road just ends in some storefront. So the layout doesn't make any sense. Here it's supposed to be the road too, but like here you have some sudden drift area, and here you go into some void. So yeah, I would like to have this area, but it's really a new amount of work that's like, I don't even want to imagine, but that's like hundreds of hours of work again, like rebuilding all the layout and this, like what would I add here and what would I make of this and this and this and all these destroyed buildings I would have to replace and create new stuff behind it, because if I let the player climb here, I have to make that everything behind looks good from this perspective, and it never ends. Every time I expand something and let the player get there, what's behind it doesn't look good. So I have to expand this again, and it goes on and on and on, and I just never end expanding the map. That's the park added. Yeah, Blight, as I was saying, it's this area here is an area that's from the movie Kingsglaive. It's here, is this. See, like you can see where we were here, and here you can see, and that's what's beyond the train station of the original map. And in the Royal Edition, in the expanded version of Insomnia, out of bounds, if you glitch out of bounds, you can see this. But originally there are like collapsed buildings on it, and you can see it very well. So I removed all the collapsed building, I removed all the debris, I tried to clean the place to see what I could use of it. But it's really rough and it's really early, and I don't know. I will see what I can do, but it's so much work, and it's really a puzzle to connect this. I will show you after. But also another cool thing is that like we have the subways. So here, as you can see, we have all the different subways. Yeah, keep it up, but the problem is that it's really complicated to connect to my current layout of the map, my current design. Like for example, this area here is supposed to connect to a it's supposed to connect to an area that doesn't exist at all in the episode RGN version of the world. Oh, finally it's loaded. I can show you it. I can show you the map inside Unreal. So yeah, 1 second. Oh, everything is so slow. I'm sorry. So yes, this, if he wants to open again, this here connects to a place like some sort of little park, and that's supposed to be here. But here you can see the layout is completely designed. Désolé, je joue pas le jeu de l'anglais. Sorry, I'm going to talk a little French, but merci beaucoup, Elysis. Désolé de faire le live en anglais, mais vu que la plupart des gens ici parlent en anglais, je suis un peu obligé. Mais oui, c'est pour ça que je fais ce mode, en fait. C'est parce que j'ai toujours été triste que Insomnia, c'est un potentiel gâché, en fait. Donc voilà, on n'a jamais pu l'explorer dans des bonnes conditions et tout ça, et du coup le mettre dans KH3, c'est de pouvoir l'explorer avec toute la liberté, grimper partout, c'est juste génial en fait, c'est vraiment ce que j'ai toujours voulu, donc c'est pour ça que je fais ce mode, d'essayer de le rendre plus grand, d'aller à tous les endroits et tout. Voilà. Si t'as d'autres questions, n'hésite pas, je répondrai en français. Voilà. So yeah, as you can see, the area that connects here doesn't exist. It doesn't exist here. C'est pas grave, Elysis, t'inquiète. C'est pas grave. Pour moi, c'est beaucoup plus simple de parler en français aussi. Hein. Je suis pas super à l'aise en anglais, hein, mais bon, je suis un peu... Vu que tous ceux qui me suivent, c'est en anglais. So yeah, so just here, I wouldn't be able to connect this to the current the layout of Insomnia, or maybe trying here. I don't know. Like, but it's just very different from the layout in the Rune version of Insomnia. And as I was saying, another complicated thing would be. Oh, sorry that it's slow. I have all of this loading together at the same. Like here, so you can see this is where the map would connect with my current map, but it's completely different. Like here you can see this road that keeps going, and here it goes like this, and here it goes like this. So it's just completely different. So like that's why I said that sometimes it feels like working on a puzzle, because it's really a puzzle to piece things together and try to connect them seamlessly. And so yeah, I don't know, it would be cool to have this area, but just recreating it in good quality, not destroyed, everything looking good, would be already like dozens and dozens of hours of work, and connecting it properly to my current layout of the map seems like kind of impossible. So I don't know. I'm sorry, honestly. I wanted to show it because it's some assets I have, and we're talking about all the secrets behind Insomnia and everything, because we all love Insomnia here. But I don't think I will use it because it's really too much work. Like you can see, it's totally different, and it's just not the same layout at all. Like this building doesn't exist anymore. This here is completely different from this street here. Like here you can see streets going like this, and here is just some buildings and a different streets behind it. Yeah, it doesn't match at all. So the thing is that if I do this, the mod will be delayed like a year, probably. So do you want the mod to be delayed by a year? By a whole year, just for this area? I don't know. And do I want to work like 1,000 more hours just for this? I don't know. I don't think so. It's too much work. It's too bad, but it's too much work. With everything I already done with the map, honestly, with the current state of the map, I think I'm like, if I keep it like this, and I just improve the visuals and add save point and world accessible for game ship and combats, and I just, if from now, it's just, sorry, if from now on, I limit myself to just finishing this area here, and polishing the map, I would say that I'm like 75% done, 80%. But if I do the area beyond the train station, we go like 50% maybe. So yeah, it's really a huge task. I'm going to read some of the comments. It's okay, don't apologize. Thank you. Blight, I wonder why they spend the time and money to expand to make the area. But, I mean, this is the whole story behind Final Fantasy XV. I mean, I love the game because I love the concept since the first trailer of Versus 13, but there are so many problems with that game. Like, everything feels like a waste of effort, a waste of... there is so much stuff we can see. Like here, we're only talking about Insomnia, but we also can look at Alticia. And Alticia, you can explore like 10% of the city. There is so much that you can't explore, that you can see. And the whole game is like this. We can also talk about Niflheim. You can't see anything of Niflheim in the final game. And there is so much wasted effort in this game. And it's really too bad. It's really sad, and I would really love one day that they make like FF15 remake, and they just do everything that was supposed to exist, and yeah, that's really... And also, even more funny, you said that they made all of this and we can see it, but what if we talk about Kingsglaive? Like, look at this, and it's not in the game. Like, this door, where is this door? I would love to see this, but I don't know. I guess it's in the wall entrance of the city, but like here, and these giant statues, and this part, and the bridge, and everything, the streets, like, it all looks fantastic, but yeah, it's only for the movie, and they sadly didn't keep it for the game. Like, look at this. This is just... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I even wonder what this is. Like here you can see some... This kind of look like Final Fantasy VII. Like this area here kind of looks like stuff we could see in FF7. But I wonder what's here. I can't zoom in properly, but yeah, there is stuff here. But yeah, they have so much unused stuff about Insomnia. It's really a shame. Yeah, it's such a shame. I'm going to read other questions. It's okay, please, anymore. Don't worry, I just don't know. Okay. Weird how beyond the train station the assets appear on foot. They are probably planning for... Yeah, maybe, I don't know if... You can slightly see it in Final Fantasy XV. I mean, can you imagine all of this? This is what we are supposed to be getting. So, well, yeah, Square Enix are very random, Spidey. Very random. I just can't believe all this concept. I mean, to be honest, you said, how did Square even remotely believe all these concepts can be operational in PS3 or even PS4? GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 do run on PS4. GTA 5 even run on PS3. So I think Insomnia should be doable on PS4. But they just didn't. With a lot of optimization, you can really do crazy things. Wait, what's going on? Oh, I'm sorry. I messed up. I don't know what I click on, but it played a trailer. Wait, what's going on? Do you see the same thing as me? Because I was showing you what did this video come from? Why was it playing one of my videos? I don't know what happened. Yeah, but why? When did it... Okay. Ah, I think I hit the wrong shortcut. I was planning to just leave it at the end, but I'm not sure why it played right now. I'm sorry. I was showing stuff, and you didn't even see. I was showing some stuff in Insomnia, but yeah, that's okay. So yeah. Wait, is Artless still there? Are you still there? I know you are Artless safe. You wanted to see some stuff about the lighting. You may be not there anymore, but if you want to see how I did it, so really, as soon as I started talking about how bad, oh, that's funny. Okay, so here is my custom Skyfair. It's based on the one from Tangled, but I edited it so it fits the colors I wanted. So yeah, this is the Skyfair I'm using. And besides the Skyfair, you can see I'm using the first, this is the fog, the exponential fog. I think it looks better with it. You can tell me what you think about it, but this is without it. This is without, and this is with it, and I think it looks better with fog. And this is what does most of the lighting. It's the atmospheric fog. So this is the base for the lighting. This is my setting for the fog. And this just creates some basic atmosphere around your wall. This is the skylight, not the skylight, the directional light I wanted to make. So this is what creates the shadows. My directional light. This is the fog for this, and it's completed with my custom skyfare on top of it. And the wall skylight adapts to the brightness of the skyfare to create some. But I'm still not completely satisfied with the look of the daytime. I think it could look better. It looks better in episode Argent, but they have some pre-rendered lighting. So, but yeah, it looks better in episode Argent. In 15, I don't know if I can make it look as good. Also, as you can see, the foliage looks better here. There isn't it looks better in the editor. There isn't that. There's very black planes like in the game. I don't know if I will be able to improve this. But yeah, but Spidey, you wanted to see how far I could expand it. Here it's faster to go through the map, but yeah. Like, imagine going all the way, like, if you want me to expand it all the way to the wall, like, this isn't possible. I wonder what this was supposed to be. This is like the giant building in beyond Twilight Town in Kingdom Hearts. I don't know if you noticed, there's like one giant dome in Twilight Town, just beyond the train station, which we don't know what it is, really. So yeah, this is the edge of the city. And if I were to expand it up to this, like, yeah, it would take years. It would really take years. Yeah, maybe a stadium. Oh, you want to see something funny about a stadium? For some reason, we can't see it in the game. But for some reason, there is a little football stadium here. Look. In the Citadel. Here you have some foliage, some little garden. And here you have this football stadium again. On each side of the map. Yeah, the city in the 2014 trailer looks amazing. Oh, sorry, I'm going to look at some comments. Oh, this kind of video. 15 is really bad about having massive open world land masses be literally just a background for always. I don't know if I completely agree with this, because I mean, in the end I do agree with you, but I think it wouldn't be a problem for the current world of 15 to be like this if we had actual good cities. Like if we had Insomnia playable like this in the game, and if Alticia was better, and if Lestalum wasn't this small and this lame, it wouldn't be such a problem, because I think that big, vast, giant plains without stuff everywhere is also good. Like for immersion and having, I think it had to be immersion, like having giant places. You don't need to have like buildings and NPCs at every corner. It's fine to have some desert and some giant plains, but the problem is that 15 only has this, and it really lacks towns and big cities and stuff like this. So yeah, I think the problem isn't that I don't know. It's confusing. I would be fine with the areas as they are, if we also add actual cities. Sorry, Ami Kun, I didn't reply to you earlier, but are you planning to port all of this on Final Fantasy XV? Sadly, no, because we can't import custom objects, custom areas inside Final Fantasy XV. So there is really no tools, no way I could just expand all of it and port it. All the modding of Final Fantasy XV is done through scripts, is done through programming. Like, you don't have some UI and you don't have any level editor. There was supposed to be a level editor, but Square Enix cancelled it, but it was planned with a PC version. Maybe I could have if we had gotten this, but we don't have any level editor. We don't have any way to customize the map in Final Fantasy XV. So sadly, I won't be able to import and do things like this for 15. It's a shame, man. Insomnia is so beautiful at night. I think it'd be cool to see the stuff behind the train station, but yet again, every single version of Sonia. The trailer, as soon as it was, I noticed there was a blue haze around the world. A blue haze, and I don't think that there's a time limit. The stadium, didn't the underground station where the glaive take refuge in Royal Edition lead to the scene where I don't know. I'm not sure which one you're referring to. Could you by any chance show us the entirety of the map with from the above? Yeah, sure. Insomnia is impossibly big compared to the map. What? I also noticed that Insomnia is impossibly big compared to the map of the game. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, even in my version, it will be a lot smaller than the whole thing. Yeah. But yes, Spidey. So you want to see the whole map from above? You will see some flickering because some stuff is not meant to be seen as at such distance. And Spidey, you want me to do all of this? You want me to expand all of this? It's like bigger than... It's like a whole city that's bigger than the whole map of GTA 5. It's like... Oh, it never ends. Look at this. And it's all glitchy now because of the distance. Oh. I can't go faster than this, I'm sorry. It's just way too big. Yeah, holy cow. Yeah, sure. It's not even done yet, look. Slightly, we're getting close, but... I must ask, the whole thing, see now? Yes! Even this, you will have collision everywhere. So you will be able to go everywhere here in Kingdom Hearts, but the intended area that looks good, that looks like a legit game, is only like this. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's only around here. But if you want to visit the out of bounds, you will be able to go out there. If you try to... Your computer... You mean if I try to expand all of it? No, but it's not just a matter of the computer. It's even me, like, you need like 100 person working on this full time. It's like a AAA game, working on such a huge environment. So yeah, this is the whole size of Insomnia. And we're back. What's with the out of bounds outside of the city? It's so weird. Yeah, it's kind of a desert. I mean, that's just how it was in the... If you want, we can go there in the game, huh? in KH3, but wait a second. I will have to restart the game. I will close Blender because it's too demanding. Like my PC is dying. How long did it make to add collision to this roleplay? I thought doing collision would take 1% ages to do. No, you don't have to. You can automate it. You can run the whole thing for some script. It takes a long time to compute, but you don't have to do it end by. You don't have to do everything by hand. The things I will have to do by hand though is like, as you noticed, running on some buildings, climbing some buildings is really it's kind of messy because of the collision. So sorry, we're in Tangle World. Maps, Insomnia. Yes, so I will have to rework the collision on some buildings, so it's smoother when you walk on the walls and stuff like this. But outside of this, no, it's fine. I've seen a bunch of videos on Insomnia or best stuff. Yeah, we're going to go outside the world if you want. Merci Tatsu. Désolé de parler anglais, c'est parce que la plupart des gens parlent anglais ici, donc. Mais c'est plus facile pour moi de parler en français. Yeah, as you can see, the loading takes a bit of time. It's pretty long, but I don't think I can do much about it. Okay, we're in game. I'm going to take some height. It will be long though. Like, I think there is a command line to go faster. Does anyone know it? If someone knows the command line, I could use it to go faster. I don't remember it. But yeah, you will see that everything has collision. Something more that I really wanted to know. Talking how much you progressed. I don't want to insinuate you have to rush, of course, but now, do you think? This. Oh yes, I do plan to finish this year. Yeah. No, I tend to. I consider that I'm mostly near the end of the project. I think it's just that I still have to expand like this. The area behind the citadel, here, expand a bit of here, around where Sora Head is, and after this, the map will be mostly done. I will have to polish it a bit more. Slow-mo? No, it's not slow motion, Mool. It's just it's the actual speed of the game. It's just that it's really big. A little bit of French time, sorry. Tatsu, aucun souci, tu as un but précis avec ce projet. Si t'es familier avec Final Fantasy VS XIII et FF15, il y a la ville d'Insomnia en fait qui a toujours été présente depuis les premiers trailers, mais qu'on voit très peu dans le jeu final. Ça a été une déception pour beaucoup de monde. Et du coup, mon but en fait, vu qu'à la fin de KH3 on voit une partie de ce qui ressemble à Insomnia et de Quadratum, la ville parallèle, en fait, ce que je veux, c'est juste recréer Insomnia, mais dans une version complètement explorable, complètement libre, et d'enfin pouvoir ce qu'on n'a jamais pu faire en jeu, quoi. Dans FF15, mais ce coup-ci dans KH3. J'ai recréé des salles qu'on a vues que dans les trailers de Versus 13, etc. C'est... Si tu vas dans mes community posts sur YouTube, tu peux voir des... Il y a pas longtemps, j'ai recréé la salle de la conférence qu'on voit avec les grandes tables, et la grande table et les chaises autour et tout. With this, we have perfect version of Insomnia. Insomnia will take care of Alticia first to the war. About Alticia, I think one of the problems with Alticia would be the water. I don't really know how to do water really well in Kingdom Hearts 3, and since Insomnia involves water everywhere with waterfalls and stuff. Alticia, I mean, not Insomnia. Water might be a problem, but otherwise, yes, Alticia is possible too. So I was trying to look up the command. No, Mol, it's not a command in Unreal, it's a command with the command line mod for KH3. After release the mod, do you plan to add anything? I don't know, Blight. It depends on what state I release the map. I want to release it as good as possible, so it's immediately a first good impression. Ouais, c'est ça, Tatsu. J'essaye. Si tu peux voir, si t'as rien vu, tu peux regarder le trailer dans mes vidéos. Il y a un trailer, qui date d'il y a environ un mois. C'est FF13 Tribute Trailer, versus 13 Tribute Trailer. Et tu peux voir, j'ai même fait la map de nuit, j'essaie de recréer l'ambiance de versus 13, etc. Oh, and when you ported the map onto Unreal Engine, no, you didn't see Spidey? I just showed earlier the lighting and all the other settings I added. It's not foggy like this by default, but by default, when I first imported it, it's like the rough first look on Blender. There's no lighting and such. I had to make the lighting, the sky sphere, the atmosphere, all of this. I think it's more the work of if. Yes, I know Kizari, obviously, but I think he slowed down a bit on Alticia, and I think he gave up on the level editor. So I'm not sure if we will see such stuff. I'm sorry, it's really taking a lot of time. We're going to walk a little bit. But as you can see, yes, there are still collisions. If you have some other questions while we are running toward this. Kizari is a Final Fantasy XV modder. He's the one who... Yes, Mol, I added collision on everything. So you will be able to work on everything. Everything out of bounds has collision. Yeah, so Kizari is the biggest, I would say, Final Fantasy XV modder. He made the Flagram tool, which is what allows me to export models and environments from Final Fantasy XV. So literally, without Kizari, you wouldn't see this. This is really thanks to his work. It's thanks to the work he initially did on 15 that I was able to also make this for Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes, Spidey. Didn't you see? I made a video about the out of bounds in Final Fantasy XV. I can show you it just after if you want. But Finally, we're reaching the wall. You can see a little road here. If I could add vehicles, it would be kind of funny to have like one car driving around the whole city. Like you don't know what it's doing here, but for some reason there's a car here. I don't know, it would be funny. Oh no! I'm going to remove collision. And now we are beyond the wall. And heaven here, it's still huge! Like, it's giant! Yes, I told you, Spidey, there's collision on everything. Ouais, le périph'. I told you, Spidey, you will be able to explore everything. Just, it's like you can see, there's not much to see. It's out of bounds stuff, and it's not meant to be explorable. But I added collision because I know that people do really like out of bounds, and so people will be able to go here if they want. But it's just that there's not much to see here. It's maybe slightly boring. I'm going to show you something, Spidey, if I can find it in my videos. One second. I'm going to pause this. Oh, not this. This. Yeah, I don't know if you saw this video I made, Spidey. You should check it if you're interested into Final Fantasy XV out of bounds. But you can see I have some footage about the bridge. Like Insomnia stuff is around here, and like here, you see that's the bridge leading to Insomnia. And what you saw that looks like a desert are these little parts of rocks around here. See, all of this, like, and here we're Insomnia. But as you can see, Insomnia does look better in 15. I would like to have a look that looks close to this, but I don't think I can with a pre-baked lighting and such. I can, if you want, I can show you the sunset version, but it doesn't look really good. Yeah, this is the sunset version of Insomnia. But yeah, like you can see the air on Sora looks pretty weird. I didn't notice this before because I played mostly with Rico here. But it actually looks good on Riku. On Sora it looks pretty weird. But it's too dark, I think. I still need to improve it. Yeah, it's really too dark. I need to tweak it further. It also needs light, some light from the night version. Oh, so it makes me think of something I can show you. After this, I'm just going to go slightly up to show. Yeah, I think it looks good when you're... Oh, little collision issue. It looks good when you are on the rooftops. I think this looks pretty good from here. But in the streets, it's too dark. So I have to improve it. Yep. Yeah. Uh, yeah, maybe here, especially if you go on these rooftops, I have some pedestrians from. Yeah, there is some some collision issue with these railings. Like it's exactly at the wrong height, and I can't go above it. But yeah, maybe here you get some Twilight Town vibe, like with the kid looking on the rooftops and such. One more certain epic I was wondering about. In episode Harding, the way we would destroy the defense of Istele. Yes, the statues are still there. Look. Like this, you mean? Or you? Oh, maybe you mean the ones on the. No, you mean the one on the rooftops, not these. Yeah. On the rooftop when you ported Insomnia onto Blender. Nope. No, I don't think so. I think there's probably some external items being loaded on a separate file or something. But I don't think it's something I would really want. But yeah, you mean on places like this? Oh, no collision here. Okay, I forgot I will have to fix this. Yeah, like on this, on this one, and the one behind this, on these rooftops, I think you meant. Yeah, I see what you mean. Some little balcony, terrace. 1 second, I'm going just to bring back a bit of music. Yeah. What else could I show you now? I think I showed a lot of stuff, talk a lot about... Oh, wait. What happened? Okay. Yeah, and you know what, Spidey? What you're talking about really frustrated me when I played episode Arden. I hated it. Why? Because finally we were able to play in a daylight version of Insomnia, and as soon as you destroy these statues, the whole place starts to be all dark and gritty, and I hated this. Like finally we had a nice looking Insomnia, and immediately they make you ruin it. It's all dark and ugly, and I don't know. Square Enix doesn't like Insomnia. They always destroy it. Another thing that maybe I could show you is that oh, music bugged. For the sake of performances, I wanted to. I kind of wanted to. Oh, what happened? I mean, I managed to collect all the level of details objects from Insomnia. So like you see, except the stuff I added. So like you can see the map stop here. Yeah, you can see here. You can see how the wall looked like. But yes, so you can see the low resolution level of details objects. And for performance, I could have used them to improve performances on the mod, but the problem is that it wouldn't work with the nighttime. Because with the night, like you can see, this is all one texture. This is all the same material. And to have lights on windows, I use the mask that only show up on some specific window planes, and this wouldn't work on this level of detail objects, low resolution objects. So I can't use this on the night mode, or there wouldn't be any lights on them, which kind of would be a shame. It's pretty annoying. I can try to show you. I think I will have to close Blender, maybe the game too. Unreal is frozen. Oh, come back. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's all hanging. Okay. And it will take forever to open, most likely. I'm going to open back the game with a little view. Okay. View is nice. Yeah, it looks pretty nice from here. The one where you showed us in the salvage area, where you said it can't delay the map. Oh yeah, you mean in front of Sora? Yeah, that's the train station. And if I make what's behind the train station, it would take forever. But yeah, related to what you said earlier, Spidey, so you don't like the fog? Because removing the fog really does let you see how low resolution the stuff is, and I think it doesn't look very good. I think it looks better with the fog. It's more atmospheric. Okay, so if you start to see some slowdowns, it's because the map is loading in Unreal Engine in the background, so that's why. So yeah, I'm not really sure what else to show. Oh, here you can see, here in front of me you can see some popping, like here. That's because that's something I added myself in the settings of Unreal on each object. When I did the maps in Blender, on each object that I considered as detailed, I noted a little something in the title of the objects, so I could find them easier in Unreal Engine, and then I took all these objects and give them a drawing distance setting. So this really helps with performances, but there is some popping. I hope you won't mind it too much, but it's really required to. Like when you fly, you can notice it. Like here, you can see. It's the most noticeable here, but it's really needed. It like improve the performances by like twice. So I really spend a lot of time working on this to improve the performances. There was fog in the original game, but when you I mean, it wasn't in Unreal because I just only got the assets, the 3D objects, but not the. Hey, Lucina, thank you. So yeah, as you can see, this area is really packed of a lot of objects, and this was why adding drawing distance here really helped with performances. But what would be even better would be to use the low resolution area for this when we are far from it. But like I said, it wouldn't work with the night time, so that's pretty problematic. Any other questions? While Unreal is still... Oh! It loaded! Okay. It's really low resolution, so let's wait a bit more. It's struggling. I'm going to try to show you how it works. So yeah, you see, like a building like this. Where is the material? And as you can see, there are some how do I say? Like there is a emissive setting, And this mask control the parts that are emissive and the ones that aren't emissive. So that's how I make each. This is the texture. I had to make this in Photoshop. Like I took the texture and I only kept some windows. And now the texture, when I use it as a mask, it decides which windows are lighted up and which aren't. And that's the problem with the LOG models. If I use them, I will not be able to use lights like this. So I'm not really sure. I think I just won't do it because it's a problem. I don't know if it's clear. I don't know if you understood what I meant, but if it's not, well, I did what I could. These little squares here are for the NPCs. I made a little script to be able to decide their models directly here in the blueprint. But like I said, I wasn't able to decide on the I wasn't able to give them different animations so far. As you can see, I also have a group for all the lights. There are also different types of lights, like the ones from the buildings as you saw are made using the emissive texture with the mask, but they don't actually cast any light. They are just emissives as themselves, but they don't light up things around them, so I have to add fake lights around it. And there are tons of them. Like you can see, like I'm at 1000 and like, yeah, a lot of lights. It's too long to scroll. Actually, the night mode is pretty cool because it will let you know. It kind of gives a nice view of what will be the intended playable area in the final version. But like really, for the ones still wondering, I think the intended, the polished intended play area in the mod will be like this. Everything we see on screen right now will be what's playable, like this. And as I said, you will still be able to go out of bounds, but it will be a low resolution background stuff. And yeah, the remaining stuff for now is like improving the park here, finding out how to use foliage to find better foliage models, and that's not too demanding on resources to keep good performances, and improve a bit of this, improve this here. Like here I have to find out what to do with this road, because we can play around here, but here it doesn't look good enough to be playable. So I still have to come up with some stuff here, like everywhere around here, to make everything. Because my goal is really to make that all the places you can visit, I don't want stuff like this in front of you. Really, I want it to feel like a real official world. So I want that for all the places you can visit, without going out of bounds, to look really good. So I have to still improve all of this and this and this. Yep. So, well, I think that's it. I don't really know what else to show you, unless you have some question. Another thing I can show you, I will have to at least close the game because I'm going to. Amish, that's not possible. Toniok, especially if you're in Chuck Pro, it would explode with such things. Like, I don't know if you play Tuck Pro, you're maybe familiar with my mods, but like, just this, like just the Citadel, is way more poly count than the whole place of Baltimore. It's like, yeah. Just this is like 2 million triangles or something, and Baltimore is like, I don't remember, 500,000, something like this. And this is like, just this is like 2 or 3 million. The Top Pro would just explode like this, it's not possible. And it wouldn't play very well in the end. Yeah. Maybe in it could probably work in Toniok 1+2, but I never got interested in modding that game. I never even played it, so because it's not on Steam, just like Kingdom Hearts. But yeah. I don't know if this was asked before, but seeing how the map is, as you said, how long did it take for you to get it into this stage? Well, like I said, I started the work around February. I don't really count the time, but at this point, yes, it's a few hundreds hours. I don't really know exactly. 400 hours, 500 hours, I don't know. 600, I really don't know. I think it's better to not count. And yeah. It took a few months. That's for sure. Like, yeah, that's like 7 months already. Yeah, that's and that's why, and this is only for the environment. So imagine if I were going to expand it even more and add missions, story, cutscenes, and all this stuff that I don't even know how to do. That would make it even crazier. So yeah. Another thing I can show you is how something tedious, annoying. The way I work on the map is that because it's really demanding, it's really heavy, especially in Blender, it's really slow. I'm working on each district as a separate project, separate Blender file. I originally had all of this in the same scene, but it was really slow, especially when I started trying to optimize it. So now I have all the areas in their separate, but as you can see, it's already so slow. It's really hard to work with. I think it's even worse right now because of Unreal in the background. But yeah, so this scene here is like, yes, I finished the room from the movie. This scene here is like the whole surrounding area. It's like, it's supposed to be all the out-of-bounds stuff, but it's also the scene I'm using to expand the map, like all this, like you can see some stuff here that's not in the original. It's not in the original game. Some stuff like here. This is all in this scene of Blender. What you just saw in-game earlier. And it stops here, since I have to keep all the scenes separately. And what's annoying is that it's a bit hard, because once again, it's kind of like a puzzle, because since I don't have all the scenes together, I have to think about where the different scenes connect, and how to connect them, and how to keep it consistent, because for example, this is scene A, this is one of the districts, and Sorry, sorry if it's slow. Sorry if it's slow. Yeah, okay, so here, this is where the two connect. But like so, I have to keep in mind that here there is this, etc., etc. So, and all the areas connect like this. So it's like it's a little it's kind of like a puzzle. And it's not very ergonomic. It's not ergonomic to work on it because here you can see what I said earlier at the beginning of the stream. There was this bridge that was empty inside and invisible. And here you can see that I finished this. You can see a bit more of it here. And yeah, I have to keep in mind that here this is another area. So I can't expand this one in this scene because here there is another. So I really have to really keep in mind how the different scenes connect together when I'm doing the expansion stuff. And I prefer to do this in Blender rather than in Unreal because in Blender I have all the freedom to do whatever I want. Like if I want, I can take these buildings and I can't. It's slow, but I can do this and I can resize it like this, and I can take whatever I want, this piece, move it like I want. And I can do this exactly like this in Unreal. There is a lot more limitations. It's really more to place things and work on lighting and stuff. But if you have to keep creating the environment and create objects for this environment, it's better for me to do this in Blender. And once I'm finished, I really want to have like this whole scene you see in Unreal. This is really all a test scene. I will keep some stuff from this. I will copy some. How do I say it? I will copy some values. I will copy some things. I will keep some things from it. I will keep the lights and stuff. But all the rest I will delete, and I will make a new project, and I will re-import all the city once it's fully finished in Blender. Because this will allow me to have the most control, to have it the more optimized. So yeah, this is really just a test scene, and I want to finish it fully in Blender before I make another build inside Unreal Engine. That's why I don't. That's why this build in Unreal isn't completely up to date, and there isn't the conference room here. And I can feel that my English is starting to fail. That's because of me talking for 3 hours, probably. Sorry. Thank you very much, Damo. That's nice to read. I appreciate it. And I think that's it. I'm not really sure what else to show you for today. So really, if you have some questions, we're already at like 3 hours of stream, so I won't work on specific stuff today. I think I need a break after this, but I can still stay a bit if you have some questions. If you want to see some specific stuff. I saw someone mentioning the room. I can show it again if you want. I won't open the other stream. I won't open the Blender build with the lighting because, as you saw earlier, it completely broke the stream. So I won't do this again. But yes, this is the room. I really tried to make it as accurate as I could with my limitation, because I'm really not an experienced 3D modeler. So I really try to improvise and do what I can. Vera from Beyond the Station, did you make that? I explained it before. If you mean Wait, 1 second. You mean the area behind the... Like the one we see in Kingsglaive? This one? Like I explained before, I didn't make it myself. I didn't model stuff here. What I did is that in the version of Insomnia, in the Royal Edition, there is a place out of bounds. You can't see it from the regular gameplay, but out of bounds, there is this place from the Kingsglaive movie. And but it's completely destroyed. There are collapsed buildings like here and a lot of debris, rocks, everything. So I removed all the completely destroyed buildings that were like cut in half and stuff. There are still things like this that I would have to rebuild, but it's like insane amount of work. But like yeah, so I removed all the debris and stuff. I tried to clean it as much as possible, and from there, if I decided to add it, yeah, this is the point. This is the version of the area I would start working from, but it would really be a lot of work. It would be nice. I mean, like this little place and go to the subway, but like like I saw before, the subway doesn't connect properly to my version of the map, so that's already one problem. I can't connect the subway properly because of the different design layout. The city layout is different, and like here you can see. Like here you can see this road just ends in a... Yeah, that's the problem. It's like... It would be nice to have, but... Here, the version we have here is only designed as like something to be seen from very far distance. And as soon as you go close to it, like this isn't a problem. Like, I can rework the material, I can change the texture. Even this isn't a problem. I can recreate the glass, I can recreate all this. But the big problem for me is not stuff like this, it's things like this. Like here you have some kind of road, but I don't know where it was supposed to go, so it just ends in a building. So I would have to like create a new road, and it would have to connect to all kind of things. Like here too, you have this, and what do I do with this? Like, I don't know. If I can let the player go here, for me it's like I don't want to include areas that looks like a mod. I don't want for some places to look unfinished. I really want it to feel like a polished official world. That's really my goal with Insomnia. And if I didn't care about having a consistent quality, I could add this area like this. But I don't like doing this, because then you will start walking around here and you will see some stuff unfinished and it doesn't make sense. You have this road that goes nowhere. And if I wanted to go somewhere, I would have to design everything behind it, and it would have to connect properly with the other scene I have. I would have to design some kind of bridge that goes to some... It's really, I don't know. It's like building a whole new area, a whole new map at this point. I think it's too much work. In my opinion, of course, what you managed to salvage and clean up the transition didn't mean nice to work, but it really is a lot of work, and God knows how there is some cool concept. What takes place beyond the train station, so... Yeah, I could get some inspiration, but is it enough to really know where everything goes? And it's still a lot of work, even if you know how everything is connected. That's still like a ton of work. You really have to recreate, remodel all of this stuff. To the rest of the map, do you prefer if you decide to work on it on release? No, Spidey. If I do release the map, if I do release the mod, without this area, I will never add this area. If I do add it, it's before making the final version of the map, because I just said, transferring things from Blender to Unreal is really a lot of work. And like, imagine, like, once I'm inside Unreal Engine, I really don't have as much control on the environment as I have in Blender. So I can't, like here, I can delete some objects. Like if I do this, it doesn't want to. I can delete something, but I can't like reshape the roads. I can't reshape everything, etc. Like I could do in Blender. So imagine I finish the mod. I have all my lighting done perfectly. I have the enemies. I have everything. The mod is finished. And then I want to do this. I would have to redo everything from scratch, because once it's in Unreal, I really don't have as much control on the environment. Like for example here, you see all of this. If I want, I can't just delete this, because it's all one object. So if I do this, everything is deleted. While when I stay in Blender, I can just delete any part. Like if I want, I can just take this and I delete it, and here only this. I have a lot more control inside Blender. So really, the next time I import the map inside Blender, inside Unreal, will really be for the final version of the map, because otherwise it's like redoing everything. It's too complicated to put things together. Especially you saw how complicated it seems to connect these two areas, because the layout doesn't match. Like this whole street doesn't connect properly with this. So it would be impossible to connect them inside Unreal Engine. I really would have to do this in Blender. And so I would have to re-import all of this. And so I would have to delete everything one by one in Blender and in Unreal, and it's... I hope you understand what I mean and that I'm clear. I'm sorry if I'm not clear in my explanation. Maybe it's not clear if you're not familiar with this workflow. But yeah, what you have to remind is that once it's imported inside Unreal, I have much less control on the scene. So it's really better to finish it as much as possible in Blender before the final version. So if I do this, it's for the first release or not at all. The highway is weird. You mean the one? Which one? The one in the game? Here, this one? This is the one that was in episode Origin. This is one from episode Origin, and another big difference is that I think it's a problem on the episode Origin map. But like you have a train station, you don't have any train tracks or anything, while the map inside the original game did have this in mind. Like here you have a train station, you can see it expanded behind. They like copied it, like they took it and they rotated it to expand it. And here you don't have any texture here, but you can see you do have the rail tracks, but they just stop here because the city is destroyed. So since I would have to make it go somewhere to make a design for the train tracks. But yeah, these train tracks don't exist at all in episode Origin, as you can see. It's this. So there is really a lot of differences in the design, and it's a lot of changes, and that's why I really can't do this once it's in Unreal Engine. There is too much work, too much stuff to change. You can still see some floating objects, debris from the destroyed version. Yeah, it's in Royal. Yeah. Now you mean the highway? No, it's just in it's only in episode RG. There is some traces of it. I think here you can see it here on this place. This was in and this is this one. So here it lines up. This side lines up properly. You can see this road here. This highway is this one, but this I will have to modify this too because I'm letting player fly around and everything. But like here, as you can see, you have this highway that doesn't go anywhere. It just ends. You have this that goes through a building. So there is some stuff like this that I will have to try improving. I think I will probably modify these roads and like just make that this one connects to this road and this one connects here. So it makes a loop, I guess, something like this. Or just connects the two like this. I will see what I manage to do with this. But yeah, here it's completely different, no train tracks, different layouts. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I will do it. That's why I never shared anything about this. But since we're doing the streams and we're talking about Insomnia and all the stuff behind the Insomnia, I thought it would be interesting to share it. Honestly, at this point, I think I might be the person the most familiar with Insomnia outside of Square Enix devs, maybe. Having spent so much time in this. You can see the details a bit better with this free camera. You can see all the little trash and stuff. All the little streets. And everything will be explorable. Everything has collision. This is the inside of the train station, but as you can see, they didn't model the inside, since you're not supposed to see it from inside. So, honestly, if it's just to go here instead of here, I don't think I will do it, because redoing all of this might be tedious. Outside of Square themselves, you're the only person that has gotten to experience things that no one is able to. You're familiar with Insomnia close. I don't think I'm close to the level of Square Enix devs, but outside of them, maybe the most familiar with it. I've been working on a video about Yozora, trying to lock down exactly where you accept. I know exactly. I know exactly where Noctis. I've been working on a video about Yozora. Oh, in the car. Okay. No, I don't know. I didn't look exactly. I didn't look. I didn't pay enough attention to the outside environment. I could try taking a look, but 1 second. Do you mean the extended, the real ending? Extended? Well, I'm going to check this. I mean, we can't see enough. I can't really see. It's all blurred out.
Is it not?
But like, isn't it? I think it's on the. Yeah, you can see the entrance. It's on some highway. It's not It's not in the playable area we have. It's on something that's in it's in Kingsglaive too, I think. Wait, I will try to find it. It's... There is a place where we can't see it. Yeah, here. Yeah, it's probably around here, so it's on some... It's really... Wait, we can see the citadel. It's really far from the citadel here. Oh, the Google Map location, okay, but not inside the game. But yeah, we can see the citadel here, and it's probably something similar, I guess. Oh man, there's so much stuff here, like... I really wish I had access to all the assets from Kingsglaive. I would go crazy. If I could have all these places. Damn. Oh. I think I know where this is. This is most likely... I think this is here. I'm pretty sure this is here. But this is really like... This is the N64 version. But... Yeah, I think this is it. This is the night version, but... Wait, can we see Kylamvia? Oh no, it's different in Kingsglaive. But yeah, this is probably it. I think this is this bridge. And yes, Blight, exactly. Wish we experienced the invasion and not a movie. That's exactly that's one of my biggest problem with Final Fantasy XV, is that everything we wanted from Final Fantasy, everything we wanted from the game, and we've been dreaming about since the first trailers of Versus 13, everything happened in the movie. And like, the game, the actual Final Fantasy XV game, is like a sequel or a spin-off. It's not what we wanted. It's like a sequel. It's fine. It's not a bad... I really think it's not a bad game. There are issues with it. There definitely are issues with it. But it would be more fun as a spin-off or a sequel. And what we wanted to play, everything was in the movie. That's really the big problem. I really think 15 would have been a lot better if, before starting the actual game, you had like 1 or 2 chapters in Insomnia. You start in Insomnia, you get familiar with it, you get to know Regis, you get to know Luna, you get familiar with all the characters, so you are more attached to them, you get more attached to the city, you can explore it, you can do side quests, you get to live a bit in Insomnia, and then the invasion happens, and you play through it, and it's amazing, and then you are ever more sad than before, because you were able to live in Insomnia, you know the city, and now it collapses, it's destroyed, it's invaded, and now the actual game starts, and you know what you lost, and this would have made it a much better game. If all of the events from Kingsglaive were in the game with Noctis instead, it would have been a much better game. I mean, if you take a look at the 2014 trailers, you could still see the invasion stuff. So it was still there in 15. In the first version of Final Fantasy 15, the invasion was still there. When Nomura was still working on the project. The whole direction changed when... and I don't think everyone blames it on Tabata, but I don't think it's only him, it's really Square Enix as a whole who decided to change everything. And yeah, when Nomura was removed from the project, they decided to make a movie, and they removed all these parts from the game. And yeah, what we saw in 2014 isn't the same game as what we got. Well, do you... Any other question, or maybe I think I will end the stream soon, since it's been more than 3 hours so far. I'm not really sure what else to show. If you want, maybe like today was mostly presenting the projects and talking about it and stuff like this. Maybe I will do another one where I actually work on some stuff, but it might be very boring because it really takes a lot of time. It's very long. I don't know if it would be very exciting to see me just modeling some stuff and etc. So I'm not sure if I will do this. Honestly, I'm more comfortable working without being on live stream, because being on a stream kind of puts some kind of pressure. So I'm more comfortable working outside of a stream, but if people really want, I could maybe do another one someday where I actually do some stuff, but I will see. Maybe what I could do is when I'm finished with Blender, I'll stream when I put everything back together into Unreal, since it's a bit more straightforward. You will see actual progress. I don't know. Yeah, you said it would be really dope, but I'm not sure. I'm not really sure because, like, when I was making the conference room, it's really like I was looking at this like for a few days, whole days, like so really like 40 hours. I don't know. You would just see me. Putting some models together and trying to make this and model this and make it consistent and make this, and it's I don't know if it's really that exciting to watch for people. I'm not sure. It's really slow and sometimes, like, as you can see, this is conference room test 5. This is because I often switch between different Blender projects, like for example, I'm on version 1, or maybe I'm on version 1 and I will make a version 2 because I will try to modify something, but I'm not sure of what I'm going to do, and if it ends up looking bad, I will go back to version 1 and maybe I lost 1 hour on version 2, and maybe this would be frustrating on a live stream to see me going back and forth, trying different things. I don't know, honestly, I really don't know. Oh, I can show you maybe one more thing, if I can't find it. Windows test, where is it? I had a... Yeah, I'm going to show you one last thing. Yeah, people do not live stream stuff like this a lot. So I don't know. Sorry. So okay, this little thing, this is just a test scene I did to what it would look like if the windows were actually transparent and see-through, and here you can see what I meant earlier. If this window was see-through, we could see... Ah, it's slow, sorry, it's very slow. Like I'm trying to rotate the camera right now, but it's frozen. Ah. I'm sorry, give it a few seconds. Okay, so here you see the tower from versus 13, and I think it would be really cool, like being able to see through the throne room like this, actually seeing everything. It really makes a better sense of scale and everything feeling more immersive. Like you would be here and you could see the outside instead of just an opaque windows. Like I think this would be really cool. But the problem with this, like I said, is that if I unhide everything, you will see. Like I said, it doesn't make sense with the actual structure of the building. Sorry again, you see, that's also part of working on this. Sometimes it freezes, it's slow, it's... So yeah, here you can see that we are inside the building, so the window doesn't make sense. See? So I have to manage to unload that stuff. And even if I manage to do that, like I do this, I hide this part, and here it looks good. But if we go on the side, I think I will have to close Unreal Engine because it's really slow. Here you can see this. There are still remains of the buildings, and even if I try to hide this, you can still see see a hole here. So I would have to load a different exterior for the building when we are inside. I don't know. It's kind of a mess and it's really confusing. And maybe I won't do this. It would be cool, but it's too weird. It's too. I don't know if it's clear what I'm trying to say. Basically, I would like to have the windows transparent and let you see the city. But if I do this, since the building wasn't designed for it, it lets you see parts of the interior of the building, and it looks weird. There is a part in Kingsglaive where you can see Regis on the window. So I'm going to remove the picture just while I look for the scene. I don't remember where it was. I think it's around here. No? Well, I can't find it. But at some point in Kingsglaive, you can see Regis looking through the window. But it doesn't make much sense because, like I just showed you... Oh! I think I found it. One sec. I'm sorry. Okay, I found it. Here you can see him looking through the window. And here. But, like, there's no such window inside on the building. Here you can see this, but it doesn't exist. As you can see, there isn't such window. So it's really not designed to be visible from both sides. So that's what makes it complicated. And it's stuff like this that makes things kind of slower to do. It takes a lot more time. So... Well... I think that will be it for today. If you still have some questions, ask me now. But thank you very much for watching the stream. I hope my accent wasn't too bad. I'm sorry that my microphone, my mic quality isn't really good either. I rarely talk like this, so I don't have all the equipment for this. I'm also not experienced in live streaming. It was really my first live stream ever. So I'm also not used to talk in English like this. So it's really all new things that I'm not used to do. So I hope it was still understandable and that it was still interesting to see. I hope I covered most of your questions about Insomnia, how it works, everything. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll start replying to the last few remaining questions. Are there older design of the citadel that imply? I don't think so, Mol. I never seen such things. We don't have access to any assets like this, and the citadel already looked like this in most stuff we've seen. So, thank you, Moon. Thank you, Spacey. Okay, well, if you don't have any remaining questions, yeah. So I think we will stop on this. Thank you, Limitless. Merci, Tatsu. Yeah. Well, see you. I will try to still keep you guys updated with some videos and some. Oh, actually, I asked something on YouTube a few days ago. Like, you know, I made it was for Spidey originally. I made that video with Young Xehanort with another rod mod, and I asked if you guys wanted to see, like, do you want to see other little videos like this that aren't really important, like little clips on Insomnia with various stuff? Or do you prefer if I limit the videos on YouTube to mostly big trailers? It's something I've been wondering. People seem to like the little videos, so maybe I will still do a few ones every now and then. It's just that I hope people won't get, like, if I do too many videos, I'm scared that people will get tired of it and won't watch the big trailers. Because I was a little disappointed that, I mean, it still did like 70k views, but I was a little disappointed that my last trailer, the Versus 13 tribute trailer, did 70k, and for some reason, the first trailer did 200k, and I really don't know why. It's really strange, because I think the second trailer was much better, and I wish it was this one that had been this popular. But yeah, honestly, you don't universe. Thank you very much, Spidey. You've really been amazing. Really, I can't thank you enough. It really means a lot for me, since I don't have a good situation and stuff, and I won't go on too much about it. But what you do really helps. So thank you very much. Well, okay. Well, I think we that's like the 10th time I'll say this, but I think I will stop for today. So thank you everyone for watching. See you next time I do some update. I think the big trailer tend to put but attract people that one. Okay, I see, thanks. Well, see you. I will just leave you with the trailer from last time that wasn't supposed to play in the middle of the stream. I don't know why it did. It's weird, but I will end the stream with this because I was really proud of this trailer. So, see you. Goodbye.